Mr. Ashish, being from CRISIL and also having worked with a lot of financial groups, you have always engaged with a lot of stakeholders, and you also engaged with Bombay Chamber for a long time. And at today's seminar, you have been one of the active panel member, and you discuss a lot about the relationship between the academia and the industry. In order to summarize this particular session, can you just give one perspective which is missing and which has been a key element for the weak relationship between the academia and the industry?
First of all, I must congratulate you for organizing this seminar, and I think seminars like these bring basically both these stakeholders together, which if you see meet in very isolated environment. For an example, being from industry, my limited interaction with academic institutions should be only when they come seeking placement. Barring that, or if they are seeking a guest lecture, which again will be in the guise of getting to the placement ultimately. So that has been my limited interaction. If it is a placement season, then you get a lot of academicians, and now in fact that is also changing. Instead of the academicians, you get the students only having a placement cell, and they only call you and they try to get a job, and it is not the professors who are doing even that hard work. I think there is a story on both the sides, and the seminar today also discussed that on one hand the industrialists feel, or those in the industry feel, that academic institutions are highly inflexible. So they are not actually looking forward to open up to the needs of the industry. So they are living in an isolated world, and not only living, but they are happy living in that isolated world, because that keeps them somewhere in comfort. We typically discuss, and when we think that what could be the reasons why academic institutions are not transforming or coming up with more updated content, or the content which could be productive as well as add value to the corporates, we feel that because there is so much of dynamism involved, and in the skill development process also, a lot of things have to be factored in, which brings you out of your comfort area. So for example, let us say I am an expert of, let us say, plant breeding. And if I understand that in plant breeding the entire contour has changed, that threatens my entire life of 30-40 years study to be washed out if I accept that as a fact. So I am out of business that way. So that is one part. Second part is that unlike in corporate world, we look at either our internal organization, or we look at others as customers or as stakeholders. So even if those who are not buying my product or services immediately, even if it is a regulator, even if it is any other body, we actively keep engaging with them, because we think they are important stakeholder. So whether or not I have any financial concern, I will keep updating them. For example, CRISIL will come up with a lot of opinion pieces. It will come up with opinion pieces on skill development. Absolutely. CRISIL has nothing to do with skill development, but it will come out with pieces on skill development, on rural economy, because it wants to, it thinks that it has to keep the market updated, and somewhere, yes, there is a business objective in terms of that there is a stakeholder engagement. For the academic institutions, it has never happened that they have treated either customers or even industries or corporates, except for the placement season, as their customers, or
students.
Even their students also as their customers. So I remember in my own college, we had a professor. I will not name actually the professor. So we had a professor who was disliked by all across. So I think the only point on which the whole batch agreed was that we all hated the professor equally, because he would teach something which we would not understand. He would teach in a way which he would intentionally make it highly complicated. So even if he is telling us that Ramayana is a mythological epic and we understand it perfectly, he will spend another 1 hour to make sure that we do not understand and we start doubting the same fact that it is an epic. So we all went to the dean's chamber, and then we complained that this is a teacher, we are not able to understand, it is actually affecting our ability to understand it. This is a real life incident. So dean said, you can't say like that. You should attempt to understand the professor, because he has so many research reports published in his name. So, and do you think it is only on students' feedback that we keep, or we do not keep a professor? It goes far beyond that. So if this is the kind of attitude where and I think in West that is slightly better compared to how it is here, that we do not have, even if we give a feedback, we never see it on the board. So So we would love to actually see for some of the professors the feedback out on the board, what the students have
That is
given.
exactly where our project talks about. UKRE project talks about business processes across the sectors, and customer engagement is something is the most important thing. You have to hear the customer. You have to make business decisions which incorporate the inputs given by the customers. I think today's session have actually considered education sector as an industry, and we have tried to understand its relationship with the other industries too. Thanks a lot for your question.
Thanks. Thanks.